Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hi. This is Amy here at Magnolias in downtown Norfolk, Nebraska with my parents, Rachel Kirkewhite, Marvin Kirkewhite. Hello.
Hi.
You guys have maybe met Rachel and Marvin before over the years. You, especially. You're a little more evasive. I don't get to get you on camera very often.
Not much. I'm pretty camera shy.
Yeah, it's not your jam. So if you would like to hang out with us for the next hour this morning, we are celebrating National Mom and Pop Small Business Day. And to do that, I thought, what a better way than to have my folks, Mom and Pop, come on to the show and be able to tell you a little bit about the beginnings of Magnolias. So jump on, say hello. We'd like to know who is watching today and joining us today. It's a cozy day here. Oh my gosh, the rain stopped though. That's good. How much rain did we get?
I don't know.
We didn't have it up,
but he's my weather report person. You're supposed to know the exact inches this morning.
That's right.
So if you would like to jump on, say hello. Look, Ruth is joining us. Good morning, Ruth. And Lorraine, hello. Let's see, I got to read these small things. Barbara, okay, let me get my laptop. That's the sign. Get my laptop so I can see better. Good morning, everyone. If you didn't know it, it is National Mom and Pop Day. We're a mom and pop business. We count, right? That's us for sure.
Yep.
And our mom and pop business started years and years ago. You know, it's 30 years this year.
I believe it.
I did the math this morning. I know someone mentioned it the other day that this will be 30 years for Magnolias.
Well, yes, because Kate wasn't around then.
No, Kate was nobody. Yeah, Leah was 4 when we started this business, and now she's got a daughter that's 4 coming up. So That's exactly what's happening. We're making a big circle with the newest Magnolians turning the same age as Leah was when we started. That's true. How funny. Good morning, everybody. It's National Mom and Pop Day. We are mom and pop business here in Norfolk, Nebraska. If you're new and you've never watched this before, hello. My name's Amy. Sharon's helping out today. Good morning, Sharon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharon.
She's going to drop some links for us. As you know, Kate's still in Japan. She has a whole nother week in Japan. So we are grateful for your help today. Thank you, Sharon. Let's see. Renee says, hello. Nice to see the group together. Yes, have a great day. Good morning, everyone. Yes, great-granddaughters to take over. We will see if they want to be Magnolians, as Kate said when she was tiny. She said when she was like 5 or something. Right. She wanted to be a Magnolian when she grew up. So if you hang in there with us, we'll see if there's more Magnolians coming along. Sheila says hello. Kathy says hello. Lynn's in South Carolina. Hey, Deborah, how are you? She's in Pennsylvania. Susan says good morning. Look at this. Everybody's jumping on and saying hi all over the country. Everybody, welcome. Thank you. You guys are such great friends and customers, and we appreciate you so much. I thought, it'd be fun to be able to talk about a little bit of the origins of Magnolias and how we began. It's kind of amazing, really, that this actually is what it is today, given the start and the vision that we had was not this big.
No.
Because when we started in 1995 with Magnolias, we did not have anything past like we want to make flowers and find a way for a lot of people to buy them.
We remember you were thinking we were going to sell them to furniture stores.
Yeah, maybe wholesaling flower arrangements. I was a floral designer by trade in the fresh industry, and then my husband got out of the military. We knew we were moving back. So my mom started going to entrepreneurship classes. You were in the first local entrepreneurship class.
I was.
And Joe, who started the class, still remembers today and reminds me about how he helped us get our start 30 years ago. So what we'll do today is talk a little bit about the start of Magnolias, and then we also have a basket and a tray of Mom's favorite picks for the day. She was here yesterday doing some pre-shopping for you, and then we'll show you what she wants to take home today, and then we'll make sure she gets her things, and then you can buy them if you like them too.
Well, I don't have to take it all home.
See, you always feel bad. You're always letting the customers have.
I do.
You're always letting the customers have everything.
First choice, yes.
Now, there's also something fun I want to do today. I didn't even tell you guys about this. It is so amazing to be able to have such a large and successful business that I can just give away free money. We're going to give away free money today. So what we're going to do is that two separate people, one person on Saturday, and what is today? Today's the 29th.
I think so. I think
Today,
so.
March 29th, one person on the 29th, one person on March 30th will have their entire order refunded in the form of a gift card. And
Oh, that's very nice.
I'm going to give back. So we can, right?
Wow.
That's
we
right.
can. So whoever's shopping today on the 29th and who's ever shopping on the 30th, we're going to put all those orders in a pile, mix them around, and randomly give back someone's order on a gift card. I would love it if it's a really big order. I mean, if you want to place a $300 order, I'd like to pick a large order. I hope we pick large orders to refund your purchases. So 2 gift cards will be given as refunds on your purchase for both Saturday's purchases and Sundays. I'll remind you. I'll make a post. Don't worry. But I just thought it would be fun to give back today too and tell everybody how much we appreciate them, and that might be a fun way to do it. We'll have to get one of those little kids to help me draw. That's what we'll have to do. I'll have to find those little girls and have them help me. So National Mom and Pop Day, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Sue says her house is full of beautiful magnolias. And you know what? We appreciate all of you making your selections. When we were designing our business, how far did we get? This business plan that my mom made, do you remember how far your vision went out? Did we ever even talk about a retail store?
Well, I just know the business plan didn't really work.
Oh.
I mean, you're flying by the seat of your pants. You don't know how much to order. You don't know.
Right.
You
It's
know.
still like that.
Yeah, it's still like that.
We still just guess all the time.
Yeah.
Because you can use as much data as you want, but in the end, you never know who's going to pick what and how much of it's going to go.
And there actually was a formula for how much you should purchase because of the previous year. But it didn't work
That's
for
true.
us.
The
Yeah.
retail formulas. We did go through a lot of different kinds of business books, documents, webinars.
And then you didn't know how much to mark things up. We didn't have any idea on that.
We did not.
And retail still changes. It
Every
changes every
day. Now with the introduction of AI, retail is going to change again with AI technology. Maybe not all in a good way because it makes things. Oh, well, I know what's happening right now. AI art. We have some Christmas art that came in, and it was like Santa in a scene, and now Christmas art is being fabricated with AI, and you can look at it and tell where the pixelation and the flaws are.
Wow.
Yeah, like strange things are happening. But we did the craft shows first, which was an experience. We have lots of horrible craft show stories.
I have one that's
Do you
really
have a good one? And my poor dad got drug into making everything. As you know,
All of our
Dad
displays,
fixes
yeah.
things and makes things for me. You made wall backgrounds. We had a cargo trailer. You made a special cart to haul things in.
Right, because it's always a distance you're hauling.
Yeah, and when we would go to craft shows, all those ladies who sold jewelry and tiny things. What's an example?
Yeah, they just would.
They would come and they'd open their plastic totes and they go boop, 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 and they'd set up their stuff. And then there we'd be for like 4 hours putting up backdrops and hanging flower arrangements and everything.
Well, my
too.
worst experience was we went to Columbus. I went to Columbus. I did it by myself.
Oh, really?
Yes. And right away I locked the door on the car. Couldn't get in. Didn't have keys to open anything.
With all the stuff inside?
Yeah. And the cargo trailer.
The cargo trailer was locked up too.
So I had to call my husband. So he took,
Drive 40 miles.
I think he took Shannon's pickup, our son's pickup, and then he drove the antique car and had an accident with it, and we didn't have it insured.
Oh, no.
Which is one thing upon another. But all was well. We got it set up.
And that isn't the worst of it. I mean, one day we went to another town an hour and a half away, and we had to get up at 3 a.m. to go set up at an outdoor art festival, and we didn't have the cargo trailer all the way on the hitch. I don't know why we had it off of the hitch in the first place.
Well, that whole cargo trailer let loose. I was thinking
Yeah.
it was a tire.
No, the whole cargo trailer
whole
came
cargo.
off the truck.
Amy
went
said a
kind of
word.
past us and then down into the ditch.
And a policeman went by, and he just didn't pay any attention.
But we got it all hitched back up and nothing was broken.
No, I don't know how we did that.
I'm sure someone helped us. I don't remember either. I just remember the trailer kind of coming up equal with the car, the truck, and then there it went into the ditch. That was horrendous. That was terrible.
I don't think I ever told Dad. Thanks, Amy.
Oh, yeah, now he knows. Now you know. Well, there was something about that.
Yeah, we didn't quite know how to hook it up.
Kathy says she knows that feeling every time she does a craft show. Yeah, craft shows
Yeah.
are not as much of a thing anymore.
Well, they used to tell us, you should have been here 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was better before, and now I don't think craft shows are maybe where you live they are. Here they're just rare.
Yeah.
And they're not as much artists as they used to be, perhaps.
Yeah.
But they're not as big as they used to be. So that's how we got our start. And then after a couple years of running around, there was no more. We didn't want to run around anymore. We wanted people to come to us.
So we bought a building in Plainview.
We did, and that whole building was so inexpensive. Now that building is less than like the cost of a suburban, I'm sure.
That's right.
Yeah, it was like a $35,000
Small
building.
town.
Yep. And that was where we started. Now we put those flowers in that store, and it didn't look so amazing with just flowers.
Well, it was the insurance agency, and they made a point to get out before Christmas.
So we opened like December
3rd.
10th or 3rd, okay,
Yeah.
of 1995, actually.
And we set up the flowers and everything, and
Or was it 96? Because we did craft shows
Yeah,
first.
probably.
So it had to have been about 96.
we were probably still doing craft shows. I don't remember.
Yep, we have to figure out all these dates. They get a little fuzzy, but we do have a scrapbook today that we brought to make sure we could remember what we were doing. But you guys, if you're joining us and you're wondering what we're talking about, we're reminiscing about the very beginnings of Magnolias. And this is my folks, Marvin, Rachel. We have been doing this for 30 years this year. This Christmas, I guess you could say 30 years would be our... that's how many we'd be having. And if we were doing craft shows, I would just have given up. If we did not have a store where we could just stop and let people come to us. But our town was really small. How big's Plainview?
It's very small.
1,200 people.
And quite a distance from here.
Yes,
So
exactly.
we had a billboard. What else did we all do to get people
we
to
did
come?
radio, we did flyers, we did mailings, all those things before internet, actually, before there was anything. We probably started doing emails, but that was about all there was. And now we have the whole social media thing. That just changed the game for sure.
Yeah. You just couldn't get enough. You couldn't get people to come to us, so we had to go to them.
So we opened a second store, and then poor Dad had to renovate again. How many buildings have you renovated with us?
I think this is the third one.
1, 2, 3. This is the fourth one.
Fourth one,
Fifth
yes.
one? So we did Plainview. Then we came literally next door.
door.
I'm pointing because we were downtown at a building 2 doors down. That's number 2. Then we went out to the bypass.
It's just next door.
In a strip mall. That's number 3. And then we went, it is. Then we went here. So we're number 4.
Number 4.
This is number 4. We're done moving. This building we own also. But the second location, we opened a second location in the bigger town of 25,000 people. So we had 2 stores for 2 years, which was too much. That's what I always
exactly
say.
right.
You never had the right thing in the right store at the right
It
time.
was always at the other store.
And ironically, that building, do these come out? That building is immediately adjacent to the building we have now. So hilariously, nobody would ever know this. But when we opened in 2000, this little short building here is the building we rented. This building right here, this 2-story, 2-building situation, that's what I bought now. Or we are owners of this building.
Yeah.
So in 2000, when we rented this location, who would have thought that just immediately adjacent, this gigantic 2-story, 2-building
Became
location,
available. Yeah.
Yes, would become available after we spent 10 years in a strip mall on the bypass where like the Walmart and the Target and everything is. We came back downtown. So that downtown location got us a good taste of downtown. We are downtown people, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, the look of our store, the character of our store, the fact that the downtown is mostly family-owned businesses. That is interesting because that's kind of what we are. We're a good fit here, and we tried being out by Sherwin-Williams, the Target, the mall, all the big box stores, which helped us get some recognition. But
And we had to have a trailer in the back because we had no room for inventory.
yes, that's
was-
true.
yeah.
We had to have cargo trailers. Hey, Trish Wiseman. Hi, Trish. How are you? Trish remembers her first memory of Magnolias was shopping with her mom in Plainview. I remember you and your sister would come in with your mom. She was an amazing gal. And they shopped in Plainview. And now Trish has a family. And you, like many other people, are bringing these little kids that were in strollers in our Plainview store are coming in with their little kids in strollers or older. Trish's kids are older, I'm sure. And they're shopping with their young daughters or bringing them to Christmas tree workshops like we did, like they did with their moms. So isn't that hilarious?
It is. It is.
That's what happens. Yes, Sharon remembers the building next door too. So anybody else have a comment? I know occasionally, like Vicki Mizik, our mutual friend, she came in and she said, I think I have the oldest flower arrangement that you've ever made, Amy.
I don't think so.
She has the flower arrangement I made in the flower shop when I was probably 17 years old.
Oh, that would be right then.
That would be the oldest flower arrangement I
Some
ever
lady
made.
brought in she had an apple piece that we made. We don't do apple pieces much anymore.
Oh, with an apple in it?
It was an apple basket. And she brought it back.
Oh, my goodness.
Just to refresh. And I remember selling that to her at a craft show.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Years and years ago. People hang on to things. I don't know.
Well,
It's
it
funny.
lasts. That's the terrible thing about it.
So we did the whole craft show thing.
The
then
terrible
we did
thing
the
for
store.
us.
Yeah, the terrible thing if you hang on to something too long. We had these beautiful downtown store next door to us, and started going to markets and really adding our decor. We went from just flowers to starting to add gifts, candles, all the things that go with it. And then we used all your antiques for displays.
Yes.
All the antiques. And then the jewelry store went out of business across the street. So here we hauled all these jewelry cabinets, and you had to rebuild them all. Remember all those cabinets? Oh my gosh.
And the glass.
Like 500 pieces of glass we still have glass. We've moved glass with us 4 times. I just saw we must have stuck stuff in the basement. So when we did that, we actually eventually started buying more displays and furniture. But for a long time, you sort of just cobble things together, and antiques were in. Looks like in 2004, we moved out of the downtown because our downtown was dying. So we had rented for 4 years. Is that all we rented downtown? Must have been 4 years. And then we moved out to the...
And we tried really hard to get people to come downtown, but they didn't.
It was kind of like everybody was leaving the downtown at that time. I don't know what was happening where you live in 2004, but that's what was happening here. And then the location on the bypass was it a bar? Was it a...
The first thing wasn't, but
What
we
was the
rented the
first
bar
thing?
later then. What was
It was a cell phone store.
Oh, a phone store. Okay.
Yes.
So it was
And
like a strip mall phone store. We had to turn it into a pretty shop. That was hard.
And then next
And it
door
was small. It was small.
Oh, yeah.
hamburger.
I think it was a bar.
It was a bar.
It was a
and
bar.
hamburger.
So
That was the first time we ever got a tip.
So, oh, really?
Some gentleman had imbibed a little bit too much, and he insisted. Well, he needed something for his girlfriend. I think he was in trouble. And he insisted on giving us a tip.
I don't remember that. I just remember how much work it was trying to renovate a bar to look like a flower shop.
Yes, it was difficult.
And that was in the 2 bays that we renovated that we never owned. We were renting them and put all that time in. You and my husband both did
Put a lot of
drywall.
work into it, yes.
Yeah, to try to make it not look like a bar and and it was an amazing space. It was very large when we got all that done and super showy. I don't know if there's any picture that would show well on the camera here. And we had these huge Christmas workshops. We used to do a lot of Christmas tree workshops. Now that we have the internet, they're not as well attended. 2010 holiday decorating workshop. Can you see these people lined up there in big groups watching me decorate a Christmas tree at the beginning and shaping and doing bows?
Just show the picture in the back.
No. We used to have these big parties. Here's a Western theme party. That's me and my dad. And do you remember that picture?
We were line dancing in the parking
We were
lot.
line dancing in the parking lot right
Yes.
on the highway. 2010 parties at Magnolias. Lots of theme parties. I want to get back to that again. We did lots before the COVID thing happened. We did many parties. That was kind of like our theme parties were great. And then we also had the honor of being wrote up about in Home Accents Today magazine. That was about 2012. There was downtown, or there was businesses in town that were being featured, so often we were featured in our local newspaper and things. So our business really started to grow by word of mouth, and people were coming from a long ways to see us. But yes, not until we got the whole internet going did we get all of you everywhere else.
Oh my, I remember that.
Is this moving day?
Yes, that
Yes.
would be on the bypass, I think.
Leaving and coming here is what this is.
Oh, okay.
So then in 2015, when we were done paying all that rent out there, because every year we could have bought an amazing luxury vehicle with our rent,
Yes.
we decided we needed to move out of the rental space, and we started shopping for a location. Or actually, we started talking about building.
That's right.
And we couldn't build anything for under $1 million.
No, and it would have been too small.
Exactly. So
I happened to be walking downtown.
is that how it happens?
Yep. And I saw that this place was for rent and got in touch with the owner, who happened to be the mayor.
He was the chamber president.
Chamber president, okay.
Yes, he was the chamber president. And I hope he comes to visit me soon, because his daughter came in and said that he doesn't live here, but he should come visit. So you found this building, but it was ugly. Do we have any ugly pictures of this building? The whole facade was covered with a weird 1960s metal storefront. We better get some pictures in here of that.
I don't know if that's in there.
And when the building was bought, we did not know what was happening behind the metal facade. Literally a 2-story, 40-foot wide. What was it? What was that metal called? It came off of a bank used, and they put it on the front of this building in the 70s.
And it wasn't quite enough, so they had another color.
So it was a metal facade, and the structure was placed 10 inches away from the old historic brick building.
Which the pigeons loved.
Yes. So when we bought it, we didn't know if it was going to be good behind there or bad behind there, but they started taking the facade off of the building. Yeah, we've got no pictures of that in here. I have to get that. They took the facade off the building, and then our building looks like this today. You can see how big it is. But all of that brick was covered. Even the decorative what do you call that top of the building with all the decorative stone? Is there a name for that?
You're right, I think dental or something.
Yeah.
So all of that was intact, and nothing was disturbed or broken or cut off to put that facade on.
And it was a pigeon haven.
Yeah, but we were so lucky.
It was just
Yeah.
a era of time where they thought they had to cover it with a facade.
Because the historic aspect was not popular anymore.
right.
Yes. So that was extremely fortunate that our building looked as good as it did when they took off that ugly metal. And then everybody in town had not seen the front of this building for 45 years, you guys. It was covered for 45 years with metal. So once they started taking it off, it was like a big deal. They were reporting on showing pictures in the paper of this, and it was just a transformation. So, and there we were with this perfectly good building that had no damage, and everybody was cautioning
been protected,
us.
actually.
Yeah, everybody was cautioning us, oh, that building's going to be all chopped up. But it was fine. It was fine. And now we have this really big business that Brenda remembers. It was Tom's Music House. That's right. So our building here, both sides of this we have 2 buildings 20 feet wide. So it was a music store that a lot of people will talk about coming to take piano lessons here.
Yeah, and then it was an antique or a secondhand store on
Yeah, there
this
was a
side.
whole bunch of different rental
Yeah.
uses after it was the music store, but that's what people mostly remember it as, is the music store, I think.
And that sign is in the back.
Yeah, we
today.
kept a lot of the signage. We kept anything that was relevant to the history of the building. And our building now, today, actually, even today, we're completing the second level renovations so that Monday morning, 3 new businesses will be moving into rental space on the 2nd floor of our building.
You're going to get all that done?
Well, my
I
husband's
guess
up there right now with the painter, and they're working on it, so you hear some banging.
I think Mom and Dad might have to do a
Yeah,
little
everybody
something.
pitch in, because the Monday morning's coming, and so are the people with their moving truck.
Oh, dear.
They're putting the trim on this weekend, so it's happening. That means our building is completely done, and we have our home completely renovated. Nothing here will have to be fixed.
That's right.
You're off the hook now
Yes.
for a long time.
Don't speak too
No,
soon.
knock on some wood. Knock on wood, because
Well, he says
there's always
when
progress.
Marvin steps in the door, the ladies post a running
A
list.
list of things from Marv, yeah.
Yeah.
At both the warehouse and the store. And that whole warehouse thing, we have been there 1 year now. We opened it in March. It's
Is that
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
A whole year shipping. So if you didn't know, we didn't start our online store until 2020. And it was June, so we pivoted very quickly. Kate moved back from Colorado with her marketing degree, and she started the online store, and we did this online store. She literally built it in a month, and we started it June or July of 2020, and we had been doing Facebook things. I don't know, nobody probably remembers, but we were getting on Facebook, myself and another employee before Kate got back, Lauren, and doing Facebook showings of our product or posting videos of our products and like giving them numbers so that people could call us and say they wanted number 1, number 2, number 3, because we were closed for a little bit or we had no customers.
With COVID.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then that was how we started showing things online. And when she started the online store, it was slow going. We had a small assortment, but it just built and built. And it didn't take too long for it to get quite widespread, which is so weird to me.
It's the power of the internet
Exactly.
that opens the whole area for.
Well, and everyone across the country, we always ask you, if I have occasion, like, how did you come across our business? And everyone just says it appeared on their Facebook page.
Yes, they boosted it, I guess. Is that the word?
No, it's just algorithms of Facebook showed it to them.
Huh.
I think. But someone's asking, how did we start doing window coverings? We started the window coverings on the bypass location, in the strip mall location in 2011. I know that was when we started. Oh, because of Tracy, our friend Tracy the painter.
Oh, okay.
She was trying to do, she was helping with renovations for a big business, and she had problems with the window coverings, and she said, you have got to sell window coverings. I really need you to sell windows. She just kept telling me, you have to, you have to, you have to. So one day I finally caved on that and started to dig into it and understand how to sell window coverings. And we started with the vendor, but there's no one to teach you. Like, you can't go to your competitor and learn.
No.
There was some videos online, not enough, but we just started getting the products and using the reps' help to learn about them and installing them in our store. And then poor Dad, you just had to learn how to put them up from scratch.
Right. Yeah. About 10 years I did it.
Yeah, you probably did.
Window installs, yes.
And every time we did a different kind of shade, we just had to figure it out because you literally don't have training. Like where we live, there's no one that you could learn from. And they didn't. Our vendors had rarely any training for anyone to go to for installers. So, yeah, but you're a crafty farmer. You can figure things out.
He's inventing something at home right now at the farm. So.
But if you're a talented, I don't know, how do you know how to do all these things?
His mother said whenever he got a new something, like a new radio, he'd take it all apart to see how it worked.
That's just the nature.
Now, what would you say?
That could be.
That's right. You learn by doing.
You learn by doing.
And so
Yeah, just order a
dive
shade
into
and
it.
put it up. Exactly. Yes, and Chris Lang, yes, she used to live in Norfolk, and then years later you found that we were on the internet, and she connected, and we had met when we had our old store next door, and you moved to the Kansas City area, and now Chris is our regular customer online, and we chat occasionally and occasionally get a visit from Chris. Thank you for coming. So that's fun because people all over who used to be our customers can find us again now online. So yes, Pat says she found us on Facebook. You just appeared and you were hooked. That's so funny. That's what Kathy Denny says. I just think that's what happens. Renee said she saw us on Facebook. I made a piece using 3 birch logs with moss and greens, and you love it, and you still have it. I remember that piece, Renee. That's so sweet of you to remind me about that. My live design days are Mondays. I love doing live design days because that is why I do this. And what's hilarious is that you create your own business to do what you love, but once you have a business as big as ours, you rarely get to do those things anymore.
Yes.
Because you have to manage all the businesses and all the people. So when I have Monday Live Design Day, that's the thing that I love to do the most, and I like to do that more than bookwork, more than training.
I used to do the book work.
Yeah, you used to book. I would rather design over anything. Exactly.
That's before they had an automatic pay on the credit cards.
Oh, yeah, that could be.
And you could busy
You had to
and
do
you
it
might
manually.
forget. Yeah.
Yes. Ruth said we popped up in 2020 as a business I might like. Best day ever. Thanks, Ruth. You're so sweet. Judy says she found us on Facebook 2.5 years ago. Carol says that's how she found out. And Carol's not too far away. She said because we're awesome. Oh, thank you. Kathy said she found us on Facebook also. Pat, yep. Karen said 2023. It was the day my dad passed, and I was looking for his favorite flower in silk, and your store popped up in my search engine. I placed a small order and became a silent watcher. Wow, Karen, I didn't know that story. So she found us after searching for a special flower. Wow. Robin Anderson says, Dad, you did her window treatments, and she lives in Columbus. So these are funny comments, you guys. Kristen said, my daughter took me to your store once, and then one of your lives popped up on my Facebook, and you've been a customer ever since. And Kristen visits from time to time. Thank you, Kristen. Yep, you learn by doing it. Kathy says it falls apart, you tear it down and do it again. That's true. If you screw it up, try again.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everybody just found us on Facebook. Bam, just appeared on Facebook. Kayla, who works for us and manages the warehouse. Whoops, where'd Kayla? My mom showed me your store. Oh, now look where I am. I'm like Marv. I know how to do much. Too much. Yes, Kayla knows how to do too much. Kayla figures it out. That's true. And we are blessed with Kayla over at the warehouse. Wow, our team is amazing.
I didn't bring any cookies for her today.
Kayla, no cookies.
No
well, you
cookies
still have
today.
another day to bake them. Sharon's
Yes.
in England. She loves seeing your parents. Yep. Planted a magnolia tree today. Wow, that's interesting. That's cool. Sharon Wimhoff says the lives are what get you by. Knew you in the strip mall. Oh, thank you. Yes. And Jen Bauman. Hi, Jen. We started as Magnolias fans back when you started in Plainview and continued to be fans. Rachel and Amy always call their kids' names as we push them in the strollers through the store, and they're now 26 and 23. Love how your business has blossomed. Oh, that's such a nice thing to say, Jen. That's what I remember is these young women coming in with their babies right now, and I remember when they were in the strollers.
Jen, are you the one that sold my parents' house? I don't know if was she a
No,
realtor?
I don't think Jen's a realtor.
Okay.
Nope, but you're probably getting warmer. Let's see. Sherry said, we appeared on Facebook one day and we were showing how to arrange a throw. Oh, well, that was something. Okay. Jennifer in Holland, our friend in Holland, she says on Facebook during COVID, during Christmas. And we came all the way to the Netherlands to see you a year ago, almost. That was in April.
Yes.
Coming up. Yeah, I don't remember what day we left in April. I got to look. It's just about time, and my tulips are all popping up. Are your tulips coming up?
Yes, I'm just kind of nervous, though, because I've seen some rabbits, and they really like the tulips. They don't like the iris, but they like the tulips.
Oh, we got to watch that then. Okay,
Yeah.
well, this good rain is going to help. Rose is watching in Scotland, UK. Hello, Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Kathy says, it's Facebook, December 2022. I was just upset. I didn't find you sooner. Her dad is a weatherman, too. Yes, that's true. My dad's my weatherman. I'm like, I have to ask my dad what the weather's going to do because my husband somehow does not pay attention like my
It's
dad
an app,
does.
Amy.
It's an app? Well, I'd rather hear it from Dad. Kathy said she found it when she broke her foot looking for something to do. You guys, the comments are just coming in. This is so fun to see them. And we've had such a fun time meeting all of you. I mean, you're here on our Facebook feed, but I feel like I've gotten to know so many of these people just from your comments or occasionally chatting with you on the phone, sometimes too.
I was in Penny's yesterday, and this lady says, tell Amy hi. And I don't remember her name.
Well, I've been in other states and people say hi,
Yeah.
but mostly it's because of market. People at market watch us because they're buyers. I don't know. Maybe they find out from our reps, but
And I have a hard time leaving the house without at least combing my hair and putting on something.
because somebody might know you.
Well, yes, I was in the grocery store, and this young woman said, oh, it's you. And I thought, do I know her? I said, do I know you? And she says, no.
Oh, it's you. That's so funny.
Yeah.
You guys, these comments are hilarious. So if you didn't know, the reason we're reminiscing today is it's National Mom and Pop Day, and this is my mom and pop. And our business is truly a mom and pop effort. Everybody in the family has participated in one way, shape, or form. My husband and my dad started installing window coverings for us. My dad's always been building all of our props and our walls. I don't know. You've built so many things. Who could even list them?
Don't even remember them all.
He's the fix-it guy. So he's been building things for years and years, and now we got the little kids involved. My granddaughters were both here yesterday running around terrorizing the customers, literally running. I had to tell them it's time to stop running. But they're all learning. They're learning about the business, and Pat says she feels like family, even though we've never met or even spoke to one another. But you speak to Pat all the time. It's Pat Sparrow on Facebook. Pat Sparrow.
Oh, yes, I do.
on Facebook.
We're
so
Facebook friends.
there you go. Jan said she found us on Facebook 3 years ago, been shopping with us ever since, loves all our projects and supporting our family business. And we appreciate you supporting our family business.
Very much.
So what I'm doing today, March 29th, and Sunday, March 30th, is whoever places an order on Saturday will have an opportunity, and on Sunday, someone ordering, I'm going to give your order back to you in the form of a gift card. I will give the whole order back, not part of it, not just $100. If your order is $300 or $400,
Even the tax.
sure, why not? Even the time, we'll just make that gift card for that total amount that you spent and give it back to you. And I will announce on Monday at my live design day how we did that and who was the winners. That would be fun. So maybe you can even help me on Sunday. But we're going to find 2 people and just give you your money back in a gift card as a thank you for being our loyal customers and hanging with us for nearly 30 years this year. We're rolling right through it. It's crazy how the time
I did
has flown.
retire, though, last
Yes.
August.
A year ago, January, right?
August.
August? We had a party?
Just a little bit before my big birthday.
Oh,
and when
boy.
you're as old as I am, maybe some of you ladies can relate, you don't mind telling people how old you are because you're proud of it.
Oh, now you're
made it this far.
You're still going. You're still going. Yeah,
Yeah.
your birthday's coming up next.
Yeah, 1 month.
1 month, we're having a big party for you.
Oh, really?
We're having a big party. Well, 80 years is a big deal, so I think it's time for a big party, and we're going to celebrate with him in a month. Yes, that'll be fun. All right, guys, we should probably decorate a little bit. What kind of decor does Mom like? Did you walk through and find all your favorites?
I did find a lot of pretty things.
Okay, let's see if we can grab a couple of them and show you, just in case you're curious. You know, one thing that's really interesting, we designed a tray, we found some textiles, but I'm interested for you to tell me why you picked these flowers that you love so much. She picked some flowers and said, these are the flowers I like, but I didn't ask why at the time.
We call ourselves Magnolias, and when we started, we had magnolia flowers, of course, and they even had a magnolia spray that I would sit at the craft shows and make swags out of.
Oh, you wired stuff together?
Yeah, while I was waiting, and I just like flowers. I've always liked to garden. So this one, I don't know what it even is. Let me think.
It's a peony.
It is. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. I don't know how much it is, though.
I don't either.
But it's really pretty if you can see that with a funny center.
Sharon's helping us drop links today.
And it's such a nice quality. The early flowers were not nearly as nice as this, and now they've come up with this natural touch. This is an alstroemeria.
Freesia.
Oh, freesia.
Freesia. Yeah, you know we don't have any alstromerias, actually. But we do have these really nice natural touch freesias. So the natural touch product never existed when we started. No.
You must have had alstromerias in your
I had
wedding.
both.
Both.
I had both.
Because my mother couldn't remember, so she kept saying, I'll still marry you.
Really?
Yeah. But, I mean, isn't that a beautiful flower? It's,
Well, they can't feel it, but if you could feel it, the petals feel soft because now they put a silicone blend over the fabric flower, or the petals themselves have a silicone aspect to that, and it makes it feel real. So when you buy these real touch flowers like that freesia, that never existed 30 years ago, 20 years ago.
and you wouldn't do porch pots outside because it would fade really bad.
Right, now they have UV protected stems.
Yep.
That's true.
I think this one is UV protected. This is a clematis. I have one in front of the house that my husband insisted on trimming, and I hope it comes back.
I know, mine looks quite dead too, but that's a realistic flower. They're calling this a double clematis.
Yeah, it's
So,
beautiful.
yeah,
it's
if
beautiful.
Sharon's going to find some of these stems for you guys.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a double clematis.
Am I doing it too fast, Sharon? And what is this, a sweet pea?
Yes, that's truly a sweet pea.
It's really gorgeous.
You just like that one, huh?
I just like flowers.
Well, all of our spring flowers are 20% off right now. So any spring
good.
flower you've selected is on sale.
20%
and
off.
It
That's
looks
a good
like
deal.
it looks like you're picking the ones that are gardeny flowers. Are you digging up the garden and planting a bigger flower bed this year? Are you sticking with the size you have?
We're sticking with the size we have, I think, this year.
It's a lot to weed.
We've kind of slowed down.
I know. Well, you got to get those grandkids involved. The grandkids need to help weed. That's what needs to happen.
And this is the bells. What are they called? Oh, lily of the valley.
Right.
I had those on the side of the house.
Yes, that's right. And I did go dig them up from your house on the farm. I dug some up, and I have some now too.
Good, good.
They're underneath my tree in the backyard.
I don't think it transferred to my house. Although I have a maidenhair fern.
Oh, right. Which I always kill those, no matter what.
Well, it's planted on the north side of the house, and it actually is from my grandmother.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you brought it from the farm to this new house?
From the farm in Minnesota to
your farm
to the farm
in Nebraska, now to your house in
now
town.
to my house in town, and it's still going. And it was by the air conditioner. Everybody used to step on it.
Maybe you can get me a piece, because if it's that durable, maybe I can keep it alive.
Well, so
I'll
that's
try.
the lily of the valley, and they smell so good, you know.
That's true.
This one is called a mascari.
Yes.
But I think it's
Grape hyacinth.
grape hyacinth.
Grape hyacinth.
Yes.
Exactly.
So that's what this little guy is. And I think I'm going to have some of those growing. I'm not sure.
We should. I
Yeah.
planted some, but I haven't seen them come up yet.
Yeah.
That's true. And then you also love peonies.
Oh, yes.
These peonies are in a vase, they're bent short, but they're really tall stemmed, and these have a papery texture. I don't know
Yes.
what they made these out of, but they have a little bit of a crunchy fabric feel to them. They have beautiful
But aren't
color
they just
though.
gorgeous? I mean, look at this. You can see how they did the centers differently, and I mean, it's just a hybrid. A hybrid peony, of course.
Probably.
Yes.
It's just designer colors, but I love how the ombre coloring, the way it must be the material that allowed them to create that coloring.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Kind of watercolor.
It's gorgeous.
Kim says she wished she lived here. I wish you did too, Kim. I bet we'd be great friends. I always love Kim's comments. She's looking out for me. She keeps me on track when I'm designing on Mondays.
Which Kim are we talking about?
Kim Gibney here. So,
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Where are you from, Kim?
I forget where Kim's from, actually. And there's Carol Nelson. She says she trims her clematis back, and they're going to come back every year. Mine needs some trimming. It's just massive. I got to get out there.
It was massive last year, and people commented on it. It was really pretty.
It's very showy in the front of your house, yeah.
But this year it's skinny. Look at this rose in here. Can you see that?
It's a good-looking rose.
Here's my hand, which I have small hands, but it's a big, beautiful rose with this little bitty fern in it. And the bunny, the little bunny, which is, you saw this the other day, Amy showed it, but I
It's
thought,
like the porcelain egg bunny.
Yeah,
I don't remember the name of that little bunny for Sharon to find it, but it's a beautiful, I love how he's pushing his friend up so that he can push the other bunny up onto the egg. So
Yeah.
you just put a couple things in it. This one we did a fern and a rose. And Kayla's asking what your favorite thing is here at Magnolias. Wow,
Put 'em on
Kayla,
the
that's a
spot.
good question.
Hard to choose.
Do you like any decorations?
There is I love the real touch flowers.
Okay.
I mean, they are
Because they're so
amazing.
realistic.
They are. No wonder husbands and watering,
Yeah, that's true. It happens.
because
You did
they are-
once,
They
yeah.
are so real that
When you put them
it's
outside in
hard
your
to
planter.
distinguish real from
Yeah,
the imitation.
the fake ones. And when you put the real touch or the flowers that look so realistic in your planters outside, customers have said while they left on vacation, their husbands were watering their fake flowers. So we've heard that before. We've heard that feedback. Oh, that's funny. So you guys, this is Mom's favorite florals. We did a fun tray. Your house is blue. And you've seen Mom's house before.
it's a dusty aqua.
We did your fireplace at Christmas time and talked about all the pine greens on your fireplace.
Oh, and when I took down what I had up there, I don't remember what I even had. Amy, I had some snow trees, a set of 4, and you put a garland, a pine garland, and some branches with it.
Just fix it on.
And I just took it down yet.
Did ya? Well, we've had weird weather, but
Yeah.
yeah, your mantle's fun to decorate. So the blue-green color, the blues in your home, blue-gray, blue-green, lots of blues, and you love that pillow. That's a brand new pillow, actually.
It is. I haven't seen it before.
It's got embroidery on it and printed, and does it have a title for Sharon? Sharon's finding these items if you're interested. This is the Courage to Grow lumbar pillow for $46. This would match your house perfectly. I'm sure you don't need more pillows to get out of the way.
I do.
Do
I've
you?
only got one on each sofa.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
then maybe you need that one, and there's another blue-green one that matches.
And there's a green one over there that I like, but it doesn't match anything.
Oh, yeah, the Magnolia pillow. Here's a gorgeous runner.
Oh, my. Now, that's a little difficult for me.
This one?
I don't keep my kitchen table.
I think this would look great. She has a cherry dining table. If you put this on your cherry table, it would look amazing.
I suppose it would. I just have to keep
You have to keep your table clear.
Yeah.
It's the blue embroidered floral table runner for $56.
Oh, isn't it pretty?
It's very pretty, and we try to find pretty things. I always tell people I don't buy ugly things. I do my best
Yes.
not to buy the ugly things.
And it has a chenille yarn.
Yeah, I think it does.
I have
It does look chenille. It's not just embroidery. It has a sheeny, chunky look to it.
Yeah.
With the embroidery, both. Yes. Now, can they see this tray at all? I wonder. Can you see this tray if I hold it back here?
This is tipped over.
There we go. Okay, so this tray is one thing we could put on your ottoman. And your ottomans, you know, everybody that has ottomans, they're like 36. Yours is at least 36 or 40
bigger,
inches.
yeah.
So this large square tray is about a 22-inch tray. Is there a tag on your side that tells you what the tray is, or is it on my side? Here it is. So this tray is very baskety, open weave.
And I already have these beautiful.
You have those, yep.
I have these.
This is the Katie rattan tray, and it has a nice big square shape to it. I know you love flowers. These are similar to the ones you have at home.
Yes.
These sculptural flowers are in the tray. They are interesting addition. The resin stone potted flowers, 3 sizes, $32.50.
Oh, they're resin. Huh.
Yeah, they look like carved wood. I assume that they come up on sale, and the flowers will be great in this tray. We also layered them up with, here, you want somebody hold those? This, I want to show you the candle ring. I showed this yesterday.
I love that.
This matches your house perfectly. Yes. All the blue tones in here, the blue and soft greens. Absolutely perfect. And that is...
And it has the succulent in there, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, cannot remember the name of this collection at all. But if you hand me my cell phone, I could scan the tag. That over there. That is available in a large wreath, in a succulent candle ring, and in a garland, as well as a spray. So we're just using the candle ring to fill our tray down here. And there's no tag on it, so I can't actually scan a tag. I thought I could, but I can't.
This is a gorgeous piece. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, well, I don't either. The metal flower. It's a table accent in metal.
And I noticed you have it in gold also.
We do.
With a bigger sphere.
We have a gold one, we have a silver one, but these aluminum table accents are something different, and we've been carrying lots of different aluminum vases. It doesn't hang, it's just meant to sit or lay. We placed it on the book in here. It's something unique. You like unique things.
I do, and it's a magnolia.
Yeah, I think it probably is. That counts, I would guess. Yes. And this specific color of blue is perfect for her house. These little guys come in 3 sizes.
Yes.
The Lloyd spheres, L-L-O-Y-D, the Lloyd spheres. This is the medium. Hey, Connie. And that blue, again, perfect for her house. So we're just showing you a few things that my mom picked out yesterday that will match. And this ottoman tray is a great addition to your house. That's a natural touch fern.
Oh, it is.
Feels real.
Yeah.
And all the new ferns that came in, I showed you, when did we do the Secret Garden collection? That is when I walked through and showed you all of the ferns. This specific fern is just $24. You can put them anywhere, and these are the kind that I don't kill. Do you have any ferns growing at your house? I can't remember.
Just the one
indoors.
Maiden.
Just the one outside?
Yeah.
Mine indoors never made it this year. I killed every last one of them.
Don't you just love this, honey?
He's put on the spot. You know, you just go with the flow because it's the way the business has always been.
That's right.
Whether he loves it or not is not relevant.
When we were still in Plainview, I had a customer living south of us, and we had finished her wreath, and it was Holstein ribbon. And
cows? There was cows on the ribbon?
There was cows on the ribbon.
Oh, okay.
And anyway, I brought it home and stuck it on my wild wallpaper that I had at that time. And I said, Marv, what do you think about this? And he says, you've always had it. I said, no.
Oh, you're as observant as half the husbands that are watching. Yes. That could be good, though, because then you don't get in trouble for anything new.
Right.
Because the new things don't look new. Just slide it right in there. No one will notice, right?
Yes.
And then this fun little plant here. These are good fillers.
Is that a boxwood?
It's called the, oh boy, Muehlenbeckia, M-U-E-H-L, Muehlenbeckia plant. I think it's maybe like a wire plant or something. These things you can buy in the garden centers now, because I had one last year that I kept alive for the summertime, but then it died in my house later. But yes, this is a Muehlenbeckia. Somehow that's what that one's called. So yeah, Kathy said the ferns do better outside. I think so, because that's where I can keep them alive, not inside. And then our 3 candles that Mom has on her mantle right now. This is a set of 3 for like $79. The LED.
That's quite reasonable, really.
Well, they come with the remote and they flicker and move. Poured wax candles. I'm trying to think of what this color is called. This gray color. Uh-oh. My husband's watching. Why does Marv look like he's about to get a root canal? I didn't think my husband ever watched these lives. Hello. You're next, honey. You're next. You get to be on the live someday. That's called a mini leaf in the online store. Thanks, Joyce. That makes sense. Hopefully that is something she renamed. And then these little guys, this color, Sharon will find it. She knows what this color is. I'm blanking on it. That's funny. Smoke. Yeah, Jan's right. You guys always know everything. These are the smoke-colored candles. That's right. Just ask you. What am I thinking? So that is the story today, man. If you tuned in late and you're watching what we were doing, this is National Mom and Pop Day, I guess, National Mom and Pop Small Business Day. And we have a small mom and pop business. Here we are. My mom, my pop, and myself, Marvin and Rachel. Hey, if you guys got to watch the whole thing and hung in with us, I hope you found it interesting to learn about the history of Magnolias. 30 years this December since we started in our little small town, small store, and now we have this amazing online business all over the country, shipping to every state. And thanks to you guys. I mean, it wouldn't have happened without all of you customers out there trusting us to deliver the goods, right? The good stuff. So if you hung in there for many, many years, thank you so much. And I wanted to give back today and tomorrow. We're going to do the 29th and the 30th, a refund of one person's order each day. One person from Saturday's orders, one person's from Sundays. Doesn't matter how big it is. I will give away, I hope, a really big order
and a
gift card. I'm just going to give you your money back on a big old gift card at random. We will choose someone each day, and I'll let you know on Monday who the 2 winners are. But you'll know right away on Monday when you get an email with a gift card. Everything's electronic these days. So thanks so much for hanging out with us today. I can't believe we chatted a whole hour.
Oh, I can't either.
I know, it goes fast, doesn't it? We hung out with you a whole hour today, just hanging out and talking about the store. So Kimberly says, super fun live. Hi, Kim. You're out there in, Kim knows my husband, out there in, oh my gosh, where do you live? Out west, Niobrara area.
And thanks for inviting us into your home every day. That's really very wonderful.
Well, yes, you pick how you spend your time. Thank you for spending your time with us as much as you do. And that's why we feel like family. All of you guys are part of our everyday lives here at the store. And especially my staff, Connie and the team who gets to visit with you every day, they really know a lot about all of you. From talking to you on the phone, handling your orders. And we appreciate you all so much. That's why we are successful.
And don't be a silent watcher. Just say hi and where you're from.
Exactly. It's fun to know who's watching from all over the country and all over the world. Oh, yeah, Kim lives west of Verdigris. That's right. I've been there. Just blanking. So thanks for everyone far and wide for jumping on today and saying hi to my folks and giving us your anecdotes and your thoughts. I'll look through the comments again and see what I missed. There's lots of fun comments in here. And I appreciate you hanging out. Hey, I'm going to post this one on YouTube. So all of these videos are going up on YouTube, the ones that are important. And it'll be there forever.
Dad is a silent watcher.
Are you a silent watcher?
Yes, I'm a silent watcher.
Do you watch us every now and then?
Oh, yes, quite often.
He reminds me, actually. You know
good.
Amy's on. and then I'll start to write something, and he says, "Don't write that."
Oh, don't type that. You're policing her comments. Yes. Make sure they're nice comments.
They're nice, but I don't know. He's more refined than I am.
There we go. You got to make your comments nicer.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for hanging out today. I'll be back with you on Monday. We're going to do a live design day, and I'm going to make some fun things. I don't know what fun things. I better get a plan, but we'll design something, and it'll be amazing. Thanks everyone for joining. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.